How's it going, folks? So I had a band reach out to me, a fairly new band called Aria Blake. They asked me if I would check out one of their singles. I said absolutely. I hadn't heard of them before, and apparently they released their debut EP last September. But yeah, the name of the song is "As Night Descends," and it's featuring Ambre Vourvahis of Exandria. So really, really cool. I'm super excited to check this out. So let's get on with it. Rangers, go. Wow. First and foremost, I have to say the music, the orchestrations are remarkable. Remarkable. Just absolutely incredible. Just awesome. The production sounds really good on it. And I mean, it just, the music is just so good and epic. It's just awesome. This is the sort of song where even if it didn't have vocals, it would be awesome. Like the music can just really stand on its own. It's like cinematic and grand and bombastic and epic. And I mean, it's like you got string, you got brass, you got choirs. I mean, it's just awesome. So awesome. The music in this song, absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I just loved every part of it. And some parts, like the orchestrations, are like so grand and cool, and the guitars there doing kind of like a heavy sort of rhythmic riff, and it just sounds so awesome. And then there at the end, that neat little thing they did where it's almost like there's like a glitch in the sound or something. It's like, really interesting, and then it kind of picks back up into like, grand epicness with choirs again, and it's just so cool. So cool. So yeah, I mean, it really just took my breath away. The music in this song, just absolutely phenomenal. Anywho, so yeah, it's like when the song first started out, I mean, it hooked me line and sinker. It just, yeah, I mean, it just started out so epic and grand, and then like I said, the orchestrations are insanely cool. The guitar is there, kind of chugging along and just kind of providing that sort of dynamic, the heavy kind of guitars, with this grand epic orchestration, symphonic sound. So that was just really tight. The song, I was just all in right from the rip. I was like, this is so sick. And then you get to the verses, and the music was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. The vocals were obviously like really good. I love like those high notes kind of, and there's a slight change in like delivery for certain parts, and vocals just were really good as well. I think the weakest part of this song is the vocal melodies, specifically the verses. Even more specifically, the first verses, because it feels like they just come in like out of nowhere, and I just feel like they're too rapid fire. Like it feels rushed, even like it just, there's like too much like words happening in that vocal melody in that first verse, where it's kind of jarring, and I was like, whoa, like what's going on here? And it just feels a little bit scattered and just rushed. And you have this certain pacing with the orchestrations and the symphonic elements and everything, and it kind of creates this particular atmosphere. And it just feels like those first verses just shatter it. It feels like those first verses need to be pulled back a notch, not be so quick. And be more in line, I would say, with kind of the overall feel of the song. It just feels like it kind of breaks that feeling, that mood of the song. Instead of like having time for the vocal melody and the verses to kind of breathe and more go along with the vibe of the music, it's more like ba 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 ba. It just really kind of comes out of nowhere, and it feels a little bit scattered. So yeah, it's like ultimately I think that those first verses really need to kind of take a step back, have time to breathe in there with the melody, and just go along more with the overall feel of the song. It's almost like kind of take a step back, remove the lyrics there, feel the music, and then kind of treat the vocals like another instrument within this piece. And just have it flow more with the song, instead of just ba 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 ba. It just really kind of breaks the mood of the song. But then you get to the pre-chorus, and I think that's my favorite like vocal melody in the whole song. I really really like the pre-chorus, like the kind of softer touch with the high notes, in there before it kind of like builds up into the chorus. I thought the pre-chorus was excellent, just excellent. And then you get to the chorus, which the chorus it's not as egregious, I would say, as the verses. And I also will say that the chorus kind of grew on me, I don't think the issue with the chorus is the melody necessarily. It's just some of like the phrasing or like the words. It almost has like the opposite issue as the verses of just being like too much. There's almost like, it feels like, certain things are kind of dragged out just to kind of get to like the next spot, and it just feels like there's a little bit of an awkwardness in there with the verbiage, the words and things like that, to where it could be smoothed out a little bit, because I think the melody is there, and I think that's also why it kind of grew on me towards the end. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of digging this melody. If I kind of not focus so much on like some of the awkwardness of like some of the words in here, or the way things are kind of elongated unnaturally to kind of fit the melody and stuff, it feels like it could just be done a little bit smoother. I don't know if like a few more words need to be added within some of these gaps or things to kind of even it all out, but just a very very slight tweak needs to be done, I think, with the chorus, because the melody is there. It's just there's a little awkwardness with some of the words and how it has to be said and stuff throughout the chorus. And then, you get like the verses again and all that good stuff. The bridge was really tight. Again, just epic grand orchestrations, just so cool. I just got so lost in all of that. It was just awesome. And then it was nice, you kind of get like the pre-chorus again, which again, I love the pre-chorus. And then it goes into the chorus, and that's when it started growing me a little bit more. And I think with the melody, the melody is solid. And then that whole outro again was tight. So overall, musically, absolutely phenomenal. All of it. The vocals were really good too. It's just a little bit of like the lyrical melody. I think that needs to be tweaked a bit, and it's really the only weakness in an otherwise epic and awesome song. So yeah, a lot of talent here. Wow, I'm super impressed with that. I hope we get like a full-length album here soon. I'm definitely a band I'm going to keep my eye on. So thank you so much to the band for reaching out and asking me to check this out, because I'm certainly going to be following you folks from now on to see when there's new material and all that. So let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What'd you think of this song here? Let's talk about it, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger, out.